Hello everyone, I'm making this video to give you an update on the advertiser boycott and the inappropriate videos and mass demonetization and all that stuff that's been happening on YouTube. It started half a month ago, 15 days, and boy, things are not good. The advertising on my channel is just as bad, if not worse, and so I did a little investigation to see where this is going, what's happening, and I found out that this is an issue really all across YouTube. It's happening to all kinds of channels, big and small, making various content. Star Wars: The Republic Central has been hit with about 60% decrease in ad revenue, and he's pretty much making just Old Republic videos where there's no gore, no blood, no sex, no profanity, and still, in my case, it's an overall decrease of about 75%, and the Witcher 3 videos are even worse. There's also this gentleman here with nearly 100,000 subscribers who I watch sometimes. He makes interesting videos about castles and weapons and stuff like that. But worst of all seem to be news-related channels. I found two particular cases where Secular Talk here has received 90% decrease in his earnings, while Mr. David Pacman here has pretty much received nothing. He has hundreds of thousands of views daily, and he's getting cents from YouTube, literally, not even $1 per day. We have some evidence that suggests that his channel, alongside others, have basically been blacklisted, where advertisers want to actually advertise on their channels, but aren't allowed to. It's too ad-unfriendly, apparently, too risky. But worst of all, I think, is that YouTube hasn't said anything. They haven't addressed this issue at all. They haven't said, this is how it's going to be, or no, things will get back to normal. No, nothing. They seem to have been busy though, because they've implemented two new changes. One is channels under 10,000 overall views will not be able to monetize any videos, as well as some improvements to reporting impersonating channels, which seem fair. A lot of the complaints about ads running on racism videos or whatever were actually pretty small videos, so the changes are good, but what about the issues that so many people are having? Now, there are two rumors, neither of which has any serious credibility, but one of them, the bad one, is basically that this will be the new normal, and I certainly hope that's not the case. The good one is YouTube has said that they're working on a monetization review process or something for new channels who apply to be YouTube partners, and that will be implemented in a few weeks, however long that is. And some people are speculating that YouTube is in some kind of super safe mode right now, and that in 2 weeks from now they'll probably revert back to the way it was, with everything implemented to properly detract the really hateful videos and whatnot. I hope that is the case, but it's really wishful thinking. We have no idea. For all we know, things could remain the same or could even get worse. So what does that mean for all of us YouTube creators and you, the audience, and all that? Well, things aren't so good. The bigger channels have been focusing a lot on Patreon support and all kinds of other forms of fan funding, and the not so big, like me, Shad, Old Republic Central, are trying to do the same thing, basically. And honestly, I hate it. Here's why. If I have to choose between a fan funding business model for what I do or an ad-based business model, I will choose the ads anytime, even if it's not that much money that I'm getting, because that gives a huge sense of freedom that you can't really get in fan funding, the way I see it. I mean, if you guys are giving me like $1 per month or something, that's not really going to change much. But if people are giving 5, 10, I don't know, a more substantial amount, that causes some issues. On the viewer side, it creates an increased sense of entitlement, I guess, that they should have a say on the direction of the channel. And on the creator side of things, it creates another kind of tension where if I know that people are giving me substantial amounts of money and are essentially making my livelihood, and I know that they have certain views, certain thoughts about certain things, will I really go in a direction? Will I really make videos that oppose their views? I mean, I'd like to think so, but honestly, I'd rather not go there at all. So I hate to ask for donations and Patreon support, but I'm gonna have to. To give you some real idea of what the losses have been, first off, these 15 days, ironically, has been the best 15 days of my channel. I have never received more views than now. I've been getting about 50% more views than usual. I got to 52,000 subscribers as well, for which I thank you. I'm not sure I'm allowed to tell you exactly how much I'm making. I'm not gonna show you, but I will tell you my estimate of how much I'm losing, and you can probably extrapolate. So this could be wrong, but I estimate that on average, I've been losing about $60 to $70 per day. Now, what does that mean for the future? Let's say nothing changes, my Patreon donations stay the same, my earnings stay the same, my views stay the same. Will I make it? Well, the problem is that the views will probably go down because Mass Effect will not be a hot topic forever. It's how things work, really. But here's the thing, I'm at 50,000 subscribers. I'm certainly not a big channel, but I'm not that small either. So maybe I'll make it, but what about Old Republic Central? What about other channels like that who are just now starting up, just now getting serious about their YouTube thing? They are not going to make it. Not too long, I was in their shoes, and I can assure you. Some people have said, because I haven't really been making videos about Patreon and all that, but I've been pushing my Patreon in the end cards and in the, well, just cards, I guess, in the end of the videos. And some people have said, no, get a real job, time to whatever. I'm not sure what to say or what to do to prove that this is not just, me playing a video game and getting money out of the bank. It's not a very easy thing to do. If it were, everyone would be doing it. I mean, I could show you, for example, that from the release of Mass Effect Andromeda, I've created 961 video files. I also have nearly 500 images, screenshots that I've taken for thumbnails, various thumbnails. Sometimes I make 2, 3, 4 thumbnails for one video and then just pick the one I like the most. It may not show, but this is real work. Sometimes it takes 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours a day. Other times I only make videos, eat and sleep. So there you go. I would certainly appreciate your support on Patreon. If I had any say in it, I would much rather have more people donating $1 or $2 rather than several people donating $20 or $10. But, that's up to you. Finally, I want to thank my current patrons. Since I started pushing the Patreon in the annotations, I've received a couple of new ones. I'm currently at $32 per month. I want to say special thanks to Fairy Tale Jedi, who's been my only patron actually for such a long time. I used to have just one before this whole thing started. So yeah, if you can spare $1 or $2, please do. And also make sure if you're watching smaller channels who are trying to do this seriously, because I might make it, but they certainly won't. And should things get better, should things go back to normal, you have my word. And as the witch of Link's Crag from Herrera's Fails in Table. I can't speak today. Oh, okay. As the witch of Link's Crag from Herrera's Tales and Fables says,
why should I trust you?
A word once given, I always keep. Now be gone.
So what I was trying to say is that if things get better, I will make a video as soon as possible to tell you to stop supporting me. And that was it. Thank you everyone, and until next video, stay tuned and be good.